Our story begins in Riverland, which is the forest part of Griffonia. Unlike other places in Griffonia's mainland, this magical place was shared by ponies. In the ancient time, this land was divided by many independent nations until the River Empire founded by Lake City dominated the whole area and began its hegemony in 66 BLB. Thus, the divided states were firstly united by the government of Lake City. However, the situation was changed when the Princely Civil War began in 353 ALB. The first unified nation in Riverland was torn apart after the defeat of Lake City in the Civil War. In 357 ALB, Rekograd gained independence from Lake City, along with all other subject nations in Riverland. Hundreds of years later, when the time comes to 752, the Griffonian Empire launched its expedition against Lake City. While Lake City battled the crusades of the Griffons, Grand Principality of Rekograd grew to become the great power of the Riverlands, relying on the immense trade allowed by its many rivers. With their growing wealth and with their rival to the west distracted, Princess Whitewater of Grand Principality of Rekograd hired mercenaries from Diamond Mountain and Imbushia to invade the kingdom of Wheatonland in 807. At first, they captured the coast rim successfully. However, the ambitious Princess Whitewater was embodied and pressed on into Wheatonland blindly. Her foolish decision led directly to the defeat in the Siege of High Main. The British siege killed almost all of the royal family. Even the princess and all of her heirs were murdered, leaving her younger sister Swiftwater to succeed the throne. Despite terrible losses, the Grand Principality of Rekograd had won. Coldstream was theirs. However, as the princess of Grand Principality of Rekograd, Swiftwater did not have any heirs. Fearing a bloody succession crisis after her imminent death, she granted all the powers to one elected parliament in 814. On that day, the Grand Principality of Rekograd changed into River Republic, becoming a modern democratic nation. But there's no time for the newborn republic to take a rest. As the Griffonian Empire expanding to the far east, the whole Riverland plunged into an unprecedented crisis. There's no chance to win the battle against the whole empire by fighting alone, but this crisis also helped them think about the politics of the Riverlands. In 898, in order to defend the attack from the Griffonian Empire, Lake City, River Republic, Bakra, and Imbushia signed the Treaty of Coldstream. The River Coalition was born. As a result, the ponies in the Far East defeated the empire. Riverland was saved. Since then, River Republic has been closely cooperating with its neighbours, fighting for the unity of Riverland. Although River Coalition has been mainly a defensive alliance, some politicians are deciding to expand the treaty in order to allow more cooperation between the member states. The River Republic stayed this way, free, harmonic and prosperous, becoming the most wealthy nation in Riverland by maintaining its monopoly on river trades. In the year of 1001, River Swell, a graduate of Celestia's Academy for Gifted Unicorns, was elected to lead the nation. A dream is to make River Republic the eastern counterpart of Equestria, a land where she stood before. At first, her modernization programs made the nation grow wealthier than ever before. However, this wealth was not evenly distributed as she might have hoped. The industrialization introduced its own issues, especially for the working class. The rich got richer and the poor got poorer. The socialists are seeking for their own future and uniting in a league led by Nova Well. Though there's only one part of the government that can claim to be both excited and fearful about the new change. That is OHS, the Office of Harmonic Services, an artifact of the early republic created to guard against lingering monarchist sentiment directly after Swiftwater's death. Its now director, Arclight, sees Nova Well as an opportunity to expand the power of the OHS. The arguments and disputes among forces of River Swell, Nova Well, and the OHS made a political gridlock in the Republic. But through all this political turmoil, the River Republic must stand as the bulwark of the East, against all threats that may present themselves. Now the time is 1007. Though the independent nations are having different moves, this one thing could be sure: the course of history make the Federation idea no longer a dream. Riverland will unite, and united will remain. One in diversity, it contributes to the world peace and the people's harmony in the greater homeland. The stars in the sky are golden, symbols that join us together.